Sisters being introduced in front of the fans here. And matches up with Sabrina Ionescu, but is close to Liberty jersey. And now it's time to pick off Angel Reese. Actually, her double-double streak ended last year against this very New York Liberty team. She had 15 straight. Kia Nurse with the three-pointer that falls.
I remember that game vividly. She had 8 points, and it really came down to the last possession where she had an opportunity to score a layup. There were 3 New York Liberty players guarding her on that last possession.
I think Sandy Brondello was guarding her. The Liberty managers were guarding her. Up for us tonight and hitting the first three-pointer.
Of course there is, Lisa.
The bucket here for Ionescu, and the Liberty are on the board. Now Courtney Vandersloot, you see the pace. And this is something that is different with a Tyler Marsh coach team. They want to play with a little bit more pace. They want to shoot the three a little bit more. And as you had talked about at the beginning, spacing will be key for them on the offensive side.
Well, even that last possession that Angel Reese just missed the layup, she was able to go one-on-one against Stewart because the spacing around her was so good.
Kia Nurse directing traffic. Here's Atkins. Chicago didn't shoot the basketball the way they wanted to against the Indiana Fever, and the miss by Atkins. The lowest points that they have scored in franchise history when they put up just below 60 points. And Jonquel Jones, the WNBA Finals MVP, gets her first shot to fall. Feeding Angel Reese. Stewart gets a piece of it, knocks it away. Cardoso right now defending Jonquel Jones, who points up at the shot clock that sits at 13 right now for Cloud. An off-balance shot
to run the point, but the Sky won't miss her as much. You have multiple players out there that can play point. Rachel Banham, Ariel Atkins, of course Haley Van Lith off the bench.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block. And kick out to Kia Nurse. What a sequence of events.
I'm exhausted just sitting here watching that. I am exhausted right now.
I think Angel and Jonquel are both exhausted as well, and it's a 7-3 advantage after the latest Ionescu bucket. Vandersloot crosses over, mid-range jumper, she hits.
That's what I want to see, that two-man game with Courtney Vandersloot and Camila Cardoso.
Jonquel Jones for three, and she's got a couple now of those.
Well, she hit the first one in transition, and now she's feeling it. She's a rhythm shooter. I mean, Camila was there to contest the shot, but once Jonquel gets in that groove, it's over.
Cardoso with the miss. She was looking for the foul call. Turnover here for the Sky. Ionescu is trying to slip the pass to Stewart, but the Sky read it perfectly defensively. And an opportunity here. Jonquel Jones, a little too much body. Courtney Vandersloot says, you know what, I'm just going to take a shot off of a broken play. Randy Richardson, Teresa Stuck, Tyler Merkovich are the officials here tonight. Cloud with the crossover, drops it off to Brianna Stewart with the finish. Sling to Ariel. Gets the shot off and a foul call against Sabrina Ionescu. In and out on the first attempt. Magellan Corporation, a specialty steel distributor with a heart of gold and proud partner of your Chicago Sky. Against Indiana last Saturday, Atkins 11 points in 22 minutes, 4 rebounds, so she gets the second one.
And her championship experience, she brings versatility, Lisa. I mean, you forget, I think she got lost in the recent struggles of Washington, but you forget how good of a player Ariel Atkins is. She's Washington Mystics' all-time leader in three-point shooting.
What you don't forget is that Sabrina Ionescu can do things like that. A deep three-point attempts.
I think we might have poked the bear for Sabrina on that. She didn't like that last foul call, so. She gets revenge with her play.
New York played each other 4 times last year. They will play 4 times again. It's a walking violation here for Angel Reese, and turnovers a little bit of a problem. It's the 3rd turnover for the Sky.
Yeah, I would love to go back and see that. What I did love from Angel is that she was taking what the defense was giving her. A hard closeout means that she can drive it.
Atkins, tough defense on Ionescu, but she finds Jonquel Jones, who gets the tough bucket to fall.
That's just a tough finish. That is a tough finish by the reigning finals MVP.
Courtney Vandersloot to Cardoso, that double team coming. Angel Reese popping out to set the screen on Sloot. She'll take it, finds Reese, bounce pass, and a reach-in foul. So she...
It's not bad, not bad.
Not too shabby. Rebecca Allen has checked in for the first time here tonight. And the Sky's home opener, and another walking violation. They got those quick feet here in the...
It's just one veteran player after another checking in for Chicago right now.
The 4th turnover and the 2nd walking violation here for the Sky. Phoebish pulls the trigger from 3. And the Liberty get another look at it. Stewart forced to give it up. Johannes has now checked in, and Stewart misses the little bunny. Not many times that she'll miss from that range. Vandersloot cutting in and always looking for the pass. Finds Cardoso, who gets blocked once again by Jones. And Jonquel Jones already with 3 blocks here tonight. A cutting Phoebish to Johannes, back to Jones. Good ball movement on this possession by the Liberty. It results in a Stewart 3.
I mean, you talk about spacing. No one in the league spaces the floor better than the New York Liberty, but when you have 3, 4 bona fide three-point threats on the floor right now.
Cardoso with a lay-in.
Then spacing the floor is just second nature to you, and that's what you have with the Liberty right now on the floor.
And Ariel Atkins, too much of a bump. It'll be
also to go one-on-one.
You know, Cardoso and Reese have had a hefty share of shot opportunities here already for the Sky. Each of them has shot it 4 times. That's 8 of the first 13 attempts for Chicago. Rachel Banham has checked in, now uses the Angel Reese screen. She pulls and hits for 3.
Rachel Banham has looked confident all preseason. It carried over to the Fever and then again tonight. And I think that goes back to how she finished last season with the Sky.
Go through all kinds of firsts in your first year. You got the first season opener, the first exhibition games,
I'll tell you something though. Tyler Marsh is cool as a cucumber, Lisa. Like, this is his first head coaching job, but he's not new to basketball.
And speaking of first, Haley Van Lith, her first home game. First sit-down interview with you coming up at halftime.
That's right.
You went easy on him, right?
I did. I took it easy on him since it was his first. You know, I didn't want to intimidate
But look
him.
out, Coach, when it's your second and your third, because Shimmy's coming for you.
Watch out. So you guys want to make sure you stick around and check that out at halftime.
Rachel Banham, tough defense here by the Liberty, forcing her to give it up and forcing a turnover, the 5th turnover for the Sky, taking it the other way, but can't finish it off is Kennedy Burke. Rebecca Allen from 15 out.
Rebecca Allen has gotten this reputation as just being this three-point shooter, this catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, but there's so much more to her game than just shooting threes. We saw a glimpse of it right there.
Rebecca Allen coached at the Tokyo Olympics by Sandy Brontello, and a foul against Burke on the hard take. It's the first on Rebecca Allen, and so Burke to the free throw line. Re-signed in February to play with the Liberty. University of Chicago Medicine is proud to be the exclusive medical provider for your Chicago. They were deeper last season and could dip into their bench a little bit. We see some of this rotation of bench players. Rebecca Gardner, a former Chicago Sky player, now defending. Haley Van Lith. She's looking to add to that depth this year for the Liberty. Allen looking to spring free. From a hawking Johannes, Allen gets her own miss. And the foul call on the importantly, practice on it. You know, you were so impressed, I know, and you talked about as we came on the air, the way that they were playing in the exhibition season. And certainly the Indiana Fever, one of the top teams in the league, expected to be. And so that is a tough draw. You look at the schedule, though, and taking on the Liberty and now the Fever to start out. I mean, this is a tough schedule to begin with for the Sky.
I mean, you can even go further and take a look at preseason games. They had 2 preseason games against Minnesota Lynx, who were the runner-ups in New York last year.
Haley Van Lith draws the foul.
Opportunity, a 3.0 fashion play. Her grit is going to be very endearing to this Sky fan base.
Yeah, you can feel it. Hey, your local Ford dealers are the official vehicle partner of the Chicago Sky. Fresh shipments of adventure-ready SUVs are in stock, ready to drive home today. Stop by your local Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com to learn more. Well, suddenly the Sky now have cut the lead here to 5. Largest lead has been 11 here for the Liberty. Off the hands of Sabali. And now the Liberty giving it right back to Chicago. And Gardner, Johannes, and Burke are the 4 out there with Ionescu. Allen trying the reach-in foul. And
Chicago's doing right now.
Niara Sabali with the first personal. Allen just the second miss from the free throw line for the Sky here in the first quarter. We're now 6 of 8. Now she misses both. Michaela Onyenwere, though, with the offensive rebound. Too strong. Elizabeth Williams gives him another chance. Let's see if they count the bucket. I don't think they will. It's her second personal. And Williams, who struggled at the free throw line in the season opener, misses the first one. Elizabeth was out for the season. At the time of the injury, she was 7th in the league in blocks per game and 5th in offensive rebounds per game. Ionescu, a rhythm shot, and the rebound here to Banham. Looking at her options, looks at Elizabeth Williams. What a pass, but it's broken up. And now 5 turnovers here for the Sky.
Right now, the only player that you can't switch on the floor with is Elizabeth Williams and Jonquel.
And Rebecca Gardner, the corner shot. It's really important for the WNBA, in my opinion, to get out ahead of this, especially with more eyeballs, more interest growing about the league and the players. They just want it to be not only a competitive space, but a safe place.
I appreciate the WNBA doing something about this. I appreciate the No Place for Hate platform, and I really am 3 years old. And I just think that there's a difference between being a fan and being a fanatic, and we have to remember that these are young women. She's 23 years old.
And shouldering a ton, as are a lot of these athletes that you see out here on the court here tonight. 28-23, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Jonquel Jones behind the back. She's looking for it. Well, she hit her first 2 3-pointers, misses that one.
I love the Camila Cardoso, Jonquel Jones matchup.
What do you love about it?
You've got size versus size, and on the perimeter, Camila continues to show her range defensively. She's not just rooted to the paint like she was last year.
Johannes taking a peek inside. Maureen Johannes penetrating out to Cloud. Natasha Cloud had a big season opener against the Aces, misses that shot.
Oh, she fit right in this New York Liberty team. And
you know what I was thinking when Michaela Onyenwere hit that shot to end the first quarter? What you always say, her strength is her strength.
That's right, and she used it. She went right to it.
Bullied her way in to get that 2.
You know, back.
Kia Nurse with the first personal. Everyone knows I'm vertically challenged. Bet 360 checking in for her.
And now Chicago has gone back to their more traditional 3 true perimeter players, 2 post player lineup.
Bree Stewart now with 7 points here for the Liberty. And Gardner, we've seen that Hawking defense when she played here with the Sky. Nurse, and we see that too, the deflection forcing the turnover. 9 turnovers here for the Sky, leading to this, and Cloud with the finish. Timeout by Tyler Marks.
He's one of those veteran free agents and offseason acquisitions that the Sky brought in. I love it. I love the veteran leadership that they've surrounded these young Sky players with.
Yeah. Went from 4 seconds to 14. And a regular reset on the shot clock here for the Sky to work with. Atkins over to Reese, posts up look for Cardoso, going against Jones, and the reverse, she misses it. Oh, Cardoso.
Come out here and compete, trying to find your identity. And so we've done a good job of competing so far.
Now, you were at practice earlier this week. Did you give them any words of wisdom, or what was that like?
No, I'm not the person that believes you could just come off the street and just start talking. You got to know what you're talking about. So just getting a chance to watch the team, you know, watch them try to learn each other, watch them try to learn their game. And then as I get to watch now, I can send a couple messages here and there to say, this is what I saw.
You're a minority owner of the...
I'm a hooper to the heart. And so just a great opportunity to be able to give to the game in the best way I could. And it's not just showing up at games, but also...
Now, Lisa, it's a Thursday night. Summer's almost here in Chicago. There's a lot of things going on in this wonderful city. This community has really embraced and supported this franchise over the last 20 years.
I love the mom story, that mom was the first one where he got the first taste of WNBA and Chicago Sky basketball because of mom. D. Wade announced his investment mid-July of 2023 and part of the ownership group now with Michael Alter, still the team's principal owner, and Harvey Alter. But another turnover here for the Chicago Sky.
So as this Chicago Sky team continues to learn how to play with one another, because remember, this is a very new team. One thing they're going to have to learn about playing.
Ionescu in trouble, gets out of it somehow. Baseline jumper, hits every part of the rim and drops. 13-point advantage, a deficit, the largest deficit, and the three-pointer falls for Atkins from the corner.
This is that consistency that Tyler Marsh was talking about. Things don't go your way defensively. You don't let that impact you on the offensive end.
Good up fake by Jones, who splits the difference on the defensive side. Allen got a piece of it into Phoebus's hands. 5 to shoot. Cloud in trouble, tried to go back door to Ionescu, and Vandersloot rips it away. But the Sky toss it right back. They got 12 turnovers here.
That I took away from the Fever game. I really liked the way that they covered for one another in scramble situations, and that was something I felt that Chicago could build on, and they are.
A cross-court pass here to Bree Stewart, who takes a peek at how much time she can work with. An offensive foul on Ionescu. Let me ask you this. Angel Reese going into this possession, and Cardoso, I mentioned their shooting, and Sloot threw it up in a foul call. But
anything different right now. You think about how many point-blank layups Angel Jones.
Ionescu picked up two really quick fouls, so she's got 3 to send Vandersloot to the free throw line. It's an 8-point deficit for the Sky over the Liberty. Just one lead change. The Sky had the first bucket of the game, but have trailed in the first half since. Stewart loses it off the hand. Allen fakes the pass, takes it all the way in for 2.
And if Camilla and Angel just become screeners and they're able to get screen assists like we just saw in that possession, well, they're doing their job.
Brianna Stewart knocks down the three-pointer, and the New York Liberty are shooting 6 of 13 from 3 for 46%. Sloot gets it knocked away. It's off.
Chicago had 17 turnovers against Indiana.
Phoebus driving baseline and executes, and her first points of the night. Angel Reese wants to go right at Bree Stewart. She draws the foul.
The spacing of Chicago is allowing one-on-one opportunities for Angel and Camilla. It's up to them to make
8 rebounds, misses the first.
Soak, activate, wash every day Olay's Cleansing Melts is our first ever dissolving water-activated facial cleanser. One pad cleans, tones, and refreshes skin for a 3 times better clean. Find in store or shop today at olay.com.
You missed that read, right? That promo all off-season, and a blocking foul from there, and the Liberty are perfect 9 for 9. Now make it 10 for 10. Is now out of the game as Rachel Banham gets subbed in, and Brianna Stewart perfect 2 for 2.
This last 3:30 of the half is going to be very important for Chicago. They don't want this lead to become too insurmountable going into the break.
The kickball, so the Sky will take it.
Really slow to start the third quarter.
Here's Angel Reese, she'll keep it, tries to go one-on-one with Brianna Stewart and walks with it again. Make it 14 turnovers in the first half.
Just got to learn how to just land and then just go right back up.
Johannes finding Burke for 3. Boy, they're red hot from distance here tonight. 7 of them for 50%.
It's that ability of New York Liberty to just spread you out with multiple three-point shooters.
Here's Phoebish. Again, turning turnovers into points, and Tyler Marsh is furious.
Yeah.
NBA champs. Here's Haley Van Lith, who will run things. Courtney Vandersloot getting a breather. Van Lith taking a peek at Elizabeth Williams inside. 8 seconds to work with. Onyenwere over to Allen, back to Banham. Pump fake, she'll pull. Can't hit from 3. Onyenwere, another offensive rebound, and was looking for some help. Too long of a pass to try to execute.
Chicago's back with their smaller lineup. It allows them the ability to switch a lot on the perimeter.
And deflection into Van Lith's hands. She's going to go all the way up against Stewart. And Stewart got a piece.
This defensive lineup for Chicago, they can take more risks. They can be more aggressive. They can put more pressure.
They got to close out, though, on Johannes, and especially these three-point shooters. Mentioned now 8 threes here in the first half for the Liberty.
You can't worry about getting beat on the perimeter. You have to trust that your back line, which is Elizabeth Williams right now, one of the best shot blockers in the league, is going to be there to help you. Haley Van Lith has got to put more pressure defensively.
Good post entry, post touch, post finish. Van Lith to Elizabeth Williams. It's a New York Liberty team that last year attempted the most three-pointers in a game with 29 off the hands of Cloud for a turnover.
The Aces, they had over 50 points in the paint. A lot of it was due to Natasha Cloud. You saw a lot of dribble handoff action, and they were just turning the corner and trying to draw paint. It's different than what we've seen of New York in the past.
Onyenwere can't get it.
And it's scary because you know that they can shoot the 3. And now, if they can score 50 points in the paint as well.
Yeah, 56 points in the paint they got in that Aces game in the season opener. Cloud fakes the pass, backdoor cut, and finished by Burke. So they'll attack you inside, and then they'll break behind you on the backdoor. It's been all Liberty here in the first half, shooting 59% from the field, 53% from 3. Rebecca Allen in and out. And the shot clock still in play. About a 1/10 of a second differential between game and shot clock. Jones gets double teamed, coming over. Elizabeth Williams smothers her up, and a jump ball call. Games going on here tonight, and a tight one here between the Fever and the Atlanta Dream. The other game going on. Cardoso muscles her way in. That's a positive sign for the Sky.
That's a great start. Again, that spacing provides that one-on-one opportunity for Camila Cardoso against Jonquel Jones. Her confidence is just on another level this season.
And a foul. Cloud against Sloot. Like that matchup too. Stewie gets it out to Jonquel Jones. AJ tries that reverse. Can't get it that time.
Jonquel's not used to going up against a player that has the same type of length and impact as she does.
You talked about that matchup all night long. Sloot finds herself all alone from the corner and sinks it.
It's the spacing and the ball movement. I told you, Lisa, spacing is going to be the buzzword for today for both of these teams, but you just saw the first two possessions offensively for Chicago, great spacing, different results.
Yeah, the first two possessions, much more fluidity, has resulted in 5 points here for the Sky coming out of the halftime locker room. Phoebus just had to put it up. An athletic attempt by her, but a miss. Ariel Atkins for three, launches and fires. And Sandy Brondello now calls the early timeout.
Just came out very calm, very relaxed, not panicked, and you saw the results in that 8-0 run.
8 points in that third quarter. The Liberty still looking for their first points of the third quarter. And the Sky stop them cold on that possession as well.
In a situation like this, the Sky's down big at halftime, you can't play to the scoreboard, especially when you have as many three-point threats as Chicago has.
Cardoso leaning in against Jonquel Jones, gives it up to Nurse, misses to the right side. Angel Reese always pursuing the basketball. Loose ball foul, though, on the floor. Have one more challenge to use if they wanted in the second half. Camila Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese tips it to herself, another offensive rebound, and another loose ball foul. They're going to give it to Angel.
Going on a run, she didn't like the call.
Official who gave her the personal foul and the technical. And Reese tips it away from Bree Stewart. Here comes Angel, gives it up to Sloot. Sloot, that's a three-pointer, not there.
My goodness, if Courtney Vandersloot would have knocked that down, this place would have erupted.
Would have cut the lead to 11. And Brianna Stewart, wow. You don't see her miss like that. And suddenly a Liberty team that shot about 50% from three has gone cold. Angel Reese looking for any sort of help, finds it with Kia Nurse. 10 seconds to use, and Nurse too strong.
That last three was probably a little bit too deep for Kia Nurse, and she had time to dribble into it.
The Liberty have only scored 1 point here in the third quarter. They're 0 for 4 from the field, and Courtney Vandersloot whistle for the reach-in. Her third to Stewart. And a two-player game between Ionescu and Stewart gives it over to Jones above the break. And she knocks in her third three-pointer of the night.
Name a player with a smoother jumper than Jonquel Jones.
Hard to do. But Sloot looks pretty good in the mid-range too tonight.
Well, she looks very comfortable. She has all night long.
Courtney Vandersloot with 9 points to lead the Chicago Sky. There are 3 in double figures for the Liberty. Phoebus knocks down her first three-pointer of the night. She's got 7. And miscommunication between Cardoso and
Players continue to figure out how to play with one another.
And with game 2 on the line and against the defending WNBA champs, who haven't had much change on their roster, used to a lot of newness here in Chi-Town.
I mean, new point guard, new veterans, new coaching staff, new defensive and offensive system for Chicago.
Phoebus shout to Jones. And she walked with it. Rebounds, 4 of 6 shooting here from the field. Angel Reese stays in the game here. She hasn't scored yet tonight, and she feeds Cardoso deep in the post. A little high-low look. Reese with the assist, Cardoso with the bucket.
And because Angel, she took 2 threes against the Fever, she knocked down 1. You have to play her a little more honest than you did last year.
And 4 of them coming in the third quarter. Sloot turns the corner, fakes the pass, but Stewie got her. And Stewie gets Angel Reese as well. A couple of blocks for Brianna Stewart. Backdoor cut, Phoebus looks it off. Ionescu is ready and waiting, misses the 3. And Atkins leaning in, draws the contact against Johannes. Her second. Oh, back to the last possession. And 0 for 6 here from the field, though. Looking for Elizabeth Williams on the block. Another turnover. 18 in the game. Johannes for 3. And now the Liberty look like they did in the first half.
Probably forced the action on the offensive end for Chicago. That turnover again led to 3 points in transition.
Atkins pulls up 2-point territory, looking for the Wintrust bounce, won't get it. Kennedy Burke has checked in. And Sabali has checked in. Here's Sabali. Lowers her head, goes right at Elizabeth Williams, and a late foul call by Randy Richardson. Sabali makes good on the first. The Village of Bedford Park is proud to be an official economic development. Had a playoff career high of 13 points in that game.
Well, she's healthy. You saw her get more and more healthy as the season went on last year. Just really look for her to have more of an increased, more impactful role this season.
Elizabeth Williams bound and determined to take on Sabali. And Williams' first miss here of the night. She shot it a couple of times. And Johannes, a walking violation, 2025. I'm told by the Liberty she's decided not to partake in Eurobasket, so she'll be staying here with New York here for the beginning of the season. Angel Reese checks her feet and can't hit that deep attempt. Elizabeth Williams, the shot clock reset. Banham cross-court pass, working it around to Allen. Elizabeth Williams trying to feed in the dunker area to Angel, but another turnover.
And that's one Elizabeth Williams is going to want back. You don't have to force. You get a new opportunity, a reset shot clock, bring it back out. Live to see another day.
Certainly the plays that Tyler Marsh and his staff will be pointing out to the sky once this game's complete. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ionescu had to put it up. And Sabrina Ionescu, 13 points, 4 of 8 shooting. There's Allen with the finger roll, lefty finish.
That's one thing she can do, is finger roll.
Sabrina Ionescu for 3. Her second three-pointer. Remember, she was a player that went 0 for 5 against the Aces in that season opener. Chicago Sky's bench players. Sloot leads the Sky with her 11 points. Game's leading scorer is Ionescu with 16. And a hard take for Burke.
Her to finish at the rim, you just can't keep fouling.
Wisconsin Dells is proud to be the water park capital of the world. Visit wisdells.com for more information. Kennedy Burke had a double-figure scoring game in the season opener against the Aces. She had 10 points. She's got 8 here tonight, again off the bench. Was teammates with Onyenwere at UCLA, so the two old Bruins going at each other here in the third quarter. Shoulder fake, Elizabeth Williams, soft touch. Another bucket for E. Wells. Natasha Cloud for 3 from straight away. And the Liberty have put up 13 threes here tonight. Onyenwere cross-court pass. Allen, the three-pointer falls. She can still shoot the 3.
I was going to say, don't let that finger roll lefty finish fool you. She can still knock them down from behind the arc.
Now they're going to give Cloud that shot. She's going to make a pay, and a big kiss to the crowd after that three-point make.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, Natasha, she's not known as a three-point shooter.
She's hit a couple of them tonight.
She has, but she's, for her career, she's about 30%.
And the jump ball comes
against the Aces, so that resulted in 56 paint points. And tonight, they're filling it up from the 3, and they only need 16 points in the paint tonight.
Sounds like a recipe for a championship.
Oh, they're just so balanced.
And the New York Liberty looking to repeat as WNBA champs here this year. They've added this player, Natasha Cloud, to their arsenal. You know, personality-wise, fit-wise, style-wise, it seems to fit.
Well, she's valuable because of the defensive tenacity she brings and her leadership.
Cloud kicks it out to Gardner, and she walks with it. And so 16 turnovers here for the Liberty.
He has loved every part of this experience so far. Lisa?
Love to see it. Well, they've obviously been connected. Basketball
Staff that you can trust, that's going to be loyal to you, but that's also going to give you the hard truths. And you know, there's no more of a truth teller than your dad.
And Tyler Marsh has surrounded himself with three three females who have really made an impact here in women's basketball, the basketball world. They've been head coaches, a couple of them, two of the three. Courtney Paris, one of the best players in the college ranks to do it. And another three-pointer, Natasha Cloud, has the latest. She's got 3 of them here tonight. And Cloud picks up the loose change and will take it all the way for the lay-in. 80 points the Liberty now have put up.
I can tell you right now, Natasha Cloud is going to quickly become a fan favorite in New York.
Good touch, finish, and one.
Minutes and starter impact in a reserve role with Elizabeth.
That one squeezes out for Elizabeth Williams. Tough go at it. Elizabeth Williams really has been a starter her whole career, not just here in Chicago. Corner look, corner make. And another one for Kennedy Burke and another one for the Liberty. 16 of them here tonight. Burke is a perfect 2 for 2 from 3. There's Haley Van Lift trying to squeeze her way in. Had her first points against the Fever last Saturday. Was a perfect 2 for 2 in that game and makes good on the first free throw. Your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai that you've always wanted with their award-winning lineup of sedans, SUVs, hybrids, and electric vehicles. Available, class exclusive features, and America's best warranty. Hyundai puts your safety first. Here's Gardner turning the corner, and she lays it in for her first points.
Rebecca Gardner's ankle and Achilles injuries have been well documented, but she hasn't missed a step at all. Her speed and quickness, they seem to be well intact.
Gardner was acquired in the trade with Chicago in 2024 for a couple of second-round picks that went the Sky's way. At the top, she had 0 points in her debut over the weekend against the Aces. Gardner now 5 points and 2 for 2. Here's Cloud once again. Who says she's not a three-point shooter? She's got 4 of them tonight.
Well, I said it. I did. I would just say the numbers don't lie. 30% for her career, but she's lighting it up tonight.
Sabali swallows up Angel Reese and forces a 30-point advantage here for the Liberty over the Sky. Angel Reese wins the jump ball, but right into the hands here of Cloud. Johannes looks it off. Gardner, three-pointer, her first miss, and Atkins and Johannes kind of wrap themselves up. Looks like they're both okay. Reese penetrating. Burke comes down on it.
Try to and put into play what they work on with their trainers and their
golden cheese curds, creamy fresh frozen custard, my favorite since 1984. And Reese still has not scored here tonight. Just a fascinating stat line. No points, 0 for 4 from the free throw line, 0 for 8 from the field, but 10 rebounds and a couple of steals.
And Angel has struggled. This is a team, New York Liberty, that Angel has struggled against last season. Played New York 4 times, shot about 26% against the Liberty. Sometimes teams just have your number.
Looking to feed Cardoso. Here's Angel Reese, catches the pass, and the foul before the shot.
6 minutes left in this game. It's 30 points. Obviously, it's out of hand right now, but how are they going to finish?
Her first points tonight. Long night scoring-wise here for Angel Reese, but she knocks down both of those free throws for her first 2 points against the Liberty tonight. Again, another challenging schedule here as Burke knocks down this 18th three-pointer. I'm laughing because the number just keeps going up, and their accuracy is staying very much there. 58% from three. The way I approach it, let's just throw all the colors and all the whites and everything in together. You know, save a lot of time, regardless of what it looks like coming out.
5.5 minutes left. I just want to see how Chicago finishes this game. The score is irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, you want to, it's a building blocks, right?
Correct. And you're playing a team that by all means is favored to repeat as world champions again.
Our old friend Izzy Harrison has checked into the game, played with Chicago last year. And here's Ariel Atkins looking to create something. Courtney Vandersloot, three-pointer, open, sinks it.
The third quarter was so promising for Chicago. They played the New York Liberty even, 22 all, only had 4 turnovers in that quarter compared to the Liberty 7.
Angel Reese picks the pocket and looks for the outlet pass there to keep.
He's a big guard. Out of Ole Miss.
Oof, she ripped down that rebound too. She's making the most of her playing time here with the Liberty in the final few minutes. And a collision there in the lane. And a whistle and a foul. Davis, a part of the championship team last year in year number 2. You mentioned out of Ole Miss. Also spent some time in Arkansas, and a shot clock violation. And Tyler Marsh getting a head out to the road.
In to compete for a championship this year. If you count the 2 preseason games, Chicago has faced all 3, and we're not even into June yet.
Courtney Vandersloot looking for the bounce, can't get it. It'll stay Sky basketball. Yet Kia Nurse left wide open, and the Sky just struggling to find consistency with the three-point. Spin move, tosses it up, looking for any sort of call. Atkins won't get it.
And you just have to wonder how long Tyler Marsh will go with his starters.
Sloot gets a piece of that shot by Sherrod. And Atkins can't get it. Now 8 of 23 shooting for about 35% from 3 for this change left to play. Shimmy Miller, Lisa Bynes, and Kalia Butler on the sideline for us here tonight. Appreciate everyone watching on the U and across the WNBA world. Rachel Panam's got another 3 three-point makes for all 9 points here tonight off the bench.
That's just vintage Rachel Banham. I think the trade, the midseason trade last year from Connecticut kind of gave her career new life and new energy.
And Rebecca Gardner cutting back door and gets the reverse to fall. I will say that bench points is the one of the categories that the Sky have beaten the Liberty in, and Panam's going to make sure of that it continues. 4 three-point makes for all 12 tonight for Rachel.
So much about good three-point shooters. It's just rhythm, but also confidence. And then once you see one go in, the basket just looks that much bigger.
Bench points, 36-29 advantage, the Sky over the Liberty after that latest three-pointer by Banham. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Davis has got to do something, won't get it off in time. Another shot clock violation. Well, you mentioned it, they tied the Liberty in scoring in the third quarter, 22 all. And they're right there so far here in the fourth. Maddie Westbeld has checked in for the first time for Chicago. It's Westbeld and Banham, Onyenwere, Van Lith, and Williams as your 5 out there for the Sky. Burke for 3. And make it 19 3-point makes for the Liberty. 56% from 3 tonight. Red hot from distance.
New York has made up for every missed 3 that they have.
And Lith can't get the first, and when you think about that, 19.
This is the defending world champions. They lost very little.
Westbeld for 2.
They bring in an all-star and WNBA champion in Natasha Cloud to run point.
Well, already a single game record here for the WNBA for the Liberty. Maybe they could get more, and even 20 is what they're trying to hunt down now. Short for Harrison. Rachel Banham gets the bounce. A Banham bounce here at Wintrust, and she's got 15 points.
It's a shooter's touch.
Good spin move, take and finish. Around also gets the and one.